Hey everybody, Menachem Broder here with you once again from Human Voice, expert level coach and strength and conditioning coach. We're just here working on some training plans, and I saw here, or I realized they're building a foundation outside. So it's a little bit aggravating because the last couple of months I've been trying to get some work done, trying to do some recording for some really cool stuff to come out for you guys. And it's been really, really noisy, but it just hit me right now. I should do a live and talk about how your fitness is like this foundation. It takes months and months. So you can see behind me what they have down there is, so here they have the steel rebar that they've had to add on. Below that, for about 3.5 to 4 months, they were actually digging down with this giant machine to pull earth out, emptying out a hole about 3 feet wide, and then they would fill it with concrete and rebar cylinder down there. And they had to let it firm, dry, and then they would move on to another one. So what they did is they did it in a nonsensical order. They were building one thing, they were doing one side, then they go the other side, then they move the machine. And what they were doing is, because of how it comes together or how it needs to firm the earth, if you try and do them one by one, side by side, you're gonna have all these problems in that they're all gonna be not set, and that's gonna allow everything to kind of slide out and not stay connected. And that causes a lot of issues because now you don't have a foundation for a building. You just have cement everywhere and a big mess you have to clean up. It's almost the same thing with your fitness. We have to go to certain areas time by time. So right now is the time of year, it's the end of August, it's Labor Day weekend coming up. A lot of people are thinking about, what do I need to do for next year to improve upon what I did this year? And the key is that we have to think about our foundation. Number one, we have to go to the movement imbalances that we have, or the imbalances we have now in our body, kind of like back here. These guys are working back here. There was an imbalance back here this morning. They were just banging away, trying to get the rebar bent back out. They got it done, and then they continued to move on. So we had about 15 guys working on one issue, and now you see back there just 2. So right here, you have 2 guys right there. So the thing is that your foundation is the same way. So what do you need to work on August 30th, 2018? What is it that you need to work on if you've been a road cyclist all summer? Number one is we want to work on getting back your breathing patterns. So we have to work on releasing the ribs a little bit, getting the ribs to move, kind of like bucket handles. They should move up and down when you breathe. And we should also get your joints, especially your hips and your shoulders, back into a better balance. So this is not just done by stretching, but it's also done by proper strength training and coaxing your body back into the positions of strength. After that, we're going to go on to build back your fitness. So we're going to move to the other side of the building. So instead of being over here, where these guys are now, we're going to move to the other side of the building. And what we're going to work on is your endurance and your lactate threshold ability. On the other side, coming back over here to the strength side, we're going to work on your overall strength, your ability to produce max power. Once we have all that started, we're going to start to look at body composition. Now, the thing is with body composition that a lot of people miss is that we actually want to put on a little bit of fat. If you've come down 4, 5, 8 pounds during the season and you're now super lean, like lower than 7% body fat, then we want to try and come up 1 pound to 2 pounds. Fat actually serves, or body fat serves, a very important role in the body of balancing hormones, allowing us to maintain the hormone status in the body, as well as to repair tissues, and also support us with warmth during the winter. So we actually want to put on a little bit of weight. Now, if you're a bigger cyclist like myself, and maybe you haven't come down in weight, but you've leaned out a little bit, you've lost body fat, but you're still pushing, 187, 188 pounds, but you're still a healthy weight. Let's say you're 12 or 13% body fat, we don't want to put on more fat. But these are the foundations that you should start thinking about here in the end of August, beginning of September. I know that the best ride days are ahead. This is why I try and get my athletes here at Human Vortex Training to take some time to relax, to go out and just ride their bike without a training plan, but just know, listen to your body. If you're tired, don't go. Don't sign up for another race. Just go out and have fun. But just like it took them, I think 4.5, 5 months to build this foundation, to get the cement, the rebar, everything set, then they had to dig down and remove everything. Now they're building the mesh rebar that's going to be filled with cement and then dry for about a week and a half, I think the foreman said. So there's a lot of work on the foundation that needs to be done. So too with your cycling and your fitness. And now is the time to start to dig into that foundation of rebalancing your joints through tissue mobility and through strength training, as well as opening up and doing things off the bike. Go hiking, go do other stuff. Really important for you guys. I hope you found this to be useful. Like and comment below. Subscribe, because we've got a lot of really great stuff coming out. And let me know, what questions do you have about building your foundation for this coming season. So until next time, remember, train smarter, not harder, because it is all about you. I'll see you guys out there.